Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas over on Stoughton Road on the east side of Madison. I'm so glad we got to come back here. So this is your first time here, I believe.
It is, and I'm surprised at just in the showroom how much stuff there is. And I didn't know they had saunas.
They do, and they have saunas, they have hot tubs, and they do pools as well. Obviously, a showroom is kind of too small to have full swimming pools, but you know they have those as well. So we're going to learn about a lot of those things when they come on at the end of the program today.
Well, 'tis the season. We're finally getting outside. Well, we hope to.
Yeah.
And talking about outdoor pools, outdoor spas. Maybe this is the year.
Yeah, I think now is probably the time to start thinking about whether you want that or not, and to maybe give them a call. So we'll find out more about them.
Quit using your neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. Speak for yourself, Janet. So we're also going to be joined by Brian Olson from Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning. He's going to talk a little bit about air duct cleaning, which is something that a lot of people, I think, probably neglect, myself included, in their house. And really, 2 to 3 years is probably the amount of time that you want to go without cleaning your air ducts. So he's going to talk a little bit about that and tell us a story or two about what he's found in his excursions of cleaning air ducts.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very sexy topic, but it really does make a difference. I know that I had mine done, and I noticed quite a difference, and I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that air quality.
Yeah. And Chris Martingilio from Martingilio Martial Arts is not going to knock me out this time, but he is going to join us to talk about real applicable self-defense applications. That's coming up right after the break here in Wisconsin Family, so stick with us. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas, and they have such a fantastic showroom. I can't wait to see what they're going to talk about today.
I know, a little bit something for everybody, it looks like.
Absolutely.
I didn't know they had saunas here.
Yes, they do. I think that's a fairly new thing for them, but yeah, they've had that. You ready to learn about practical and real self-defense applications, Janet?
Maybe just the thought version. I don't know about the practical version.
We're joined now by Chris Martingilio of Martingilio Martial Arts. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. So, obviously, for viewers who haven't seen, Ken's going to roll a clip here while we're talking of the demonstration that you did last time.
Yep.
Which, you know, despite what it looked like, really didn't hurt that bad, and you know,
Right.
I recovered from it pretty quickly. So, but this is something that you do at your dojo, not just knock people out, but you teach people real and practical self-defense applications. It's not about tournaments. You don't do tournaments.
No tournaments whatsoever. The tournament range is basically for kids to separate them so that there's no injury. Let's give them enough distance, have them block the punch, and then reach. And if they get their hand, you know, under the guard and touch, well, there's the point, there's the ribbon, there's the trophy.
Right.
And you know, it's a nice reward system, and I appreciate the sport, but that's not going to work for real.
Right.
You have to close that distance, and you have to have something that works. And I can't have maybe a smaller person, a woman against a very large man or something, that we have to look at the size difference.
Sure.
And in boxing, it's heavyweight versus heavyweight, not heavyweight versus lightweight.
Right.
So how do we even that, that up is we have to teach pressure points.
Yeah, and that's something that you do very well, as we learn here.
Right.
So if you want to do another demonstration, just let me know. I'm up for it. So.
It's going to be secret. We won't tell you until it happens.
Good. So I'm curious to know, and maybe I apologize if this is somewhat of an ignorant question, but like if somebody trains at a dojo where they do tournaments, it's primarily tournament based.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to be able to? Are the people who train at your dojo going to be able to knock them out? I mean, is it going to be a pretty easy thing, or
the knockout part makes us sound a little weird, I think.
Right.
You know, I mean, even for me, we get a large response from a minimal stimulus because we're using vital points on the body. It's not like we're throwing big punches and trying to knock people out.
Right.
But we have this effective large body response from hitting these pressure points where they are depending on blunt force trauma, if they can even get that to happen, because they're not training that range. They don't train to strike people.
Yeah.
I think this is a crime. When we're teaching kids and saying you're a black belt,
Yeah.
but all they've earned is some trophies and some ribbons,
Right.
you know, that's unfortunate.
So you don't feel like it would carry over into helping them?
No.
So they don't know that there's kind of a difference, that they're keeping this distance and...
No, they really don't. I mean, I think that people over the years have kind of lost this because we didn't want to teach children to hurt each other, so you separated it, and then that became what was taught in the United States. That was what was passed on to us, and then we thought this was real stuff. And so as you watch tournaments now, and even the movies, it's fake. It shouldn't be that. It should be 1 second.
Yeah.
You know, I have a problem, boom, 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 done, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't want to brawl, I don't want to go a minute, and I
Right.
certainly don't need a trophy to reward me for my efforts.
Right, absolutely.
And that's what happened when you knocked him out.
Right.
It was just one quick, precise move.
Just one move. And you know,
Yeah.
and he was just a standing TKO. You could see his legs buckle, and you know, and then he stood right back up and smiled at us.
But I didn't black out.
No, you didn't black out, but you were not able to do anything for that moment.
Yeah.
Well, what an opportunity for me if I'm in a self-defense situation. If all I have to do is hit that, and now I could kick, punch, do whatever I need to do, or just run.
Just run, yeah.
I mean, it's gotta work.
What did that feel like?
I don't remember. No. It felt exactly what I was expecting it to feel like. I mean, he didn't hit me that hard. It was just, I felt a little bit of a ping right here, and then some stars, and then I got up, and my head hurt for 3 minutes, and then it was fine.
Was it the equivalent of like hitting your funny bone all the
Kind
way
of,
up here?
except for your brain.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
What is that spot?
We call it gallbladder 20. It's in the back of the head. If it's in a safe spot, it's actually right here. We're not hitting the spine. We're not doing anything that's going to cause any kind of damage. It just gives a large response because it sends a message to the brain, hey, there might be trouble.
Is it a nerve?
It is. It's a nerve. And then you kind of close your eyes and you lose your knees for a minute, and then you stand back up and go, what just happened?
Right, yeah.
And that's what happened with you.
Right. What do you tell parents who you meet that are skeptical about martial arts and self-defense in general? Maybe they don't have any opinion about tournaments versus real self-defense applications necessarily, but they're just in general, I don't know about martial arts.
I try to educate as much as I can. I think that parents don't know. Most of the time it's what's my kid's friends doing, or what's closest in our neighborhood. There's always a consideration for I've got to get home from work, get my kids to this location and get home. So I realize that's how a lot of schools are picked.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate. There's a lot of places we can get lessons, piano or music or other things, and you'd want to know that the person teaching you can actually play the instrument or do the skill.
Right.
And unfortunately, in a tournament-based martial arts, I believe these are martial athletes. Nothing to be disrespectful to them. They work very hard. All the kids, all the adults, anybody who's ever earned a black belt in those systems. But on the other side of that is there's a very big difference between actual self-defense and getting a trophy.
Yeah. We're out of time already. I can't believe
it.
Next
time. We'll finish this next time.
We'll finish this next time. Chris Martingilio from Martingilio Martial Arts, thank you so much for joining us. Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas, and we're going to be really excited to talk to those folks later on in the program. They have so much to offer here.
Clearly, their showroom is full of great stuff.
It is. It's full. It's full. But first, you may recognize this familiar face. He's an alumnus of the Dale Olson School of Hard Knocks. Brian Olson from Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning. How are you, Brian?
We're doing good, thank you.
Good, good, good. Glad to have you with us today. We've talked a little bit about dryer vent cleaning in the past, but we're going to kind of switch to a similar topic, and that's air duct cleaning. So this is the system that actually delivers the air, whether it's cool or warm, to your house. So why is it so important for people to get their air ducts cleaned?
It's all about indoor air quality. The air that we breathe, the air in your house is actually dirtier than the outside air. So
really?
If we can come in and take the dust and the debris out of the system, we spend more time in our house generally.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we're breathing quality air coming out of those air ducts.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me because I've had, I've gone to the doctors, when I've had colds during the winter time, and I always say, I'm not outside, I'm, breathing the air inside. Why am I having these issues? Why am I having these allergy issues? And they say, well, they've said that exact same thing, that the air
Indoor
inside
air quality.
Yep. Wow.
Brian, how often should people do this? I imagine the answer is probably it depends.
It depends, yes.
Yeah.
You got animals and stuff, they're great companions, but they also leave their mark in the house. Every couple of years would probably be a good factor, or length of time, 2 or 3 years.
So the animal hair, the dog hair, whatever.
Yeah, it tends to get sucked into the ductwork or the return side of things, and it just sits there until
And it
we're able
probably-
to come in and clean it up.
Probably actually catches more stuff too as it builds up, I
Yep.
imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wow. And you have a process that you go through to clean air ducts. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that process is?
We use a roto-brush machine, which is a high-powered vacuum. It's got a 35-foot hose on it.
Okay.
The nice thing about our process is we focus on each individual vent, rather
Okay.
as some companies will do a house as a whole. We're in each specific opening in your house.
Okay.
So we make sure to get each specific opening.
That's good to know.
It's a big vacuum cleaner. It rotates a brush inside and sucks the stuff back in
Yeah.
through the vacuum. So it's a self-contained unit. Dust isn't flying throughout the house.
Sure.
Very self-contained.
Sure. And the brush kind of is there to kind of scrape off the
Yep, clean the
inside, so to
ductwork.
speak.
Yep, and
Yeah.
then the vacuum is the same hose, sucks it back in at the same time. So a very clean process.
I've seen some of the before and after photos of that process, and it's always actually kind of fun.
Interesting.
Very
Yes.
satisfying.
Yep.
I imagine this is something someone, if you're buying a home, a used home, that this might be something you'd consider.
We do a lot of work for people moving into new houses. They move in and previous owners had animals or whatever. Older houses, the house tends to smell. We can come in and we can take that odor out of there and clean the ductwork.
Cigarette smoke too for?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that you've seen? I just have to ask that.
Well, I know we new houses we tend to get a lot of construction debris.
Okay.
Drywall dust, chunks of drywall, chunks of wire, whatever.
Sure.
Back during the boom, Friday afternoon cleanup was a lot of sweeping the house up into the nearest opening,
Really?
as opposed to putting it in a garbage can. You get downtown into the older houses, they've been there 100 years, whatever. Those are the interesting ones.
Yeah.
That is layers of stuff in there, and it's not a pleasant process, but the results are good.
Were you hoping for some secret treasure?
I was hoping to find some skeletons in somebody's closet at some point. maybe.
Dead animals. You talk about skeletons.
Wow.
Really?
There
Wow.
are
Really?
animal
I mean, like
skeletons
rodents
in-
that have,
Yeah, they make a home in there
Gotten
and
a home, okay.
don't quite make it to the
Don't quite make it
to the
out.
promised land.
Make it to the promised land. It's a good way of putting it. So, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you? What's how can
Check
people-
our website out.
Okay.
As far as the price goes, we don't have to come out and look at the property and give
Mm-hmm.
you a price. Generally, what I do is people call, I take an address, Google Maps,
Okay.
look the property up, see how many square feet they've got,
Oh, okay.
and I'm able to determine how long it's going to take and price point there.
Yeah. And you guys recently moved into a new location over on Madison's southwest side.
Yep.
That's going well for you?
It's going well.
Did you have your ducts cleaned before you moved in?
There's a different system there. We have
Oh,
a
okay.
mini split system there. Maybe one day we can talk about mini splits and the benefits of mini split system. But
There you go. Okay, that's interesting. Good topic right there. And then you guys are moving, your family, you and your family are
Yes.
moving at the end of July, you said?
the end of this month.
The end of this month, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But-
So
wow.
we're going to have the air ducts cleaned there. I'm going to send my guy out there, give him the property address, give him a code to get in, and see what the results are.
Wow. So, and by this time next month, I'm thinking that you'll be a father for the third time, and
We
you'll
will.
be in your
Very
new home.
excited.
Yes.
Another baby on the way. Not sure we don't know what it's going to to be.
You're kind of keeping
Surprise
that
for us.
secret.
Yep. So we have one girl, we have one boy. We have clothes for both of them.
There you go. Well, you're set. You're set. Well, Brian Olson from Dale's Heating and Air Conditioning, we always learn so much from you. Thank you so much for coming on
Thanks for
today.
having me.
Don't go away. There is more Wisconsin Family coming up right after the break here at Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas. And Janet, it's April. You know what that means? Weather's going to be warming up pretty soon here.
Are you sure about that?
I hope so. We can all keep our fingers crossed. And so we're going to talk a little bit about pools with Fred and Kaya from Bachmanns. How are you guys?
Hi, we're great. How are you?
Thanks for having us back today.
You're welcome.
So, Fred, you wanted to talk about radiant pools. Can you discuss what radiant pools are and how they differ from non-radiant pools?
Well, Radiant Pool is a brand name.
Sure.
We've been carrying them for about 12 years. They're an insulated pool.
Okay.
And structurally sound enough that you can fully recess them in the ground.
Sure.
Or it could be a complete above ground pool.
Oh, okay.
Or in Wisconsin, backyards are, a lot of them are uneven.
Right.
So you can recess it on one side.
Sure.
And have it fully exposed on the other. A lot of backyards go away from the home. So when you walk out your backyard, it looks like an in-ground pool.
Right.
But it's really not, and it's at half the price.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So there's some versatility there where you can choose to have it above.
It's the most versatile pool there is, yes.
I'm curious to know, do people, because there are some people who do have flat backyards, do most people choose to have it above ground, or do people choose to have it recessed? Is it 50-50?
Well, you know, for the most part, I think people would like to have an in-ground pool, but they're really expensive.
Right.
This is sort of bridges the gap.
Sure, okay. It gives them the opportunity to have the appearance of having an in-ground pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And do these pools have salt or have the capacity to have salt as part of the water? That's a big thing these days, it seems like.
Yeah, good question. A lot of people are going with salt systems. There's a misnomer out there that salt systems don't have chlorine. It actually takes the saline water and the device makes chlorine, measurable chlorine. But the feel of the water is so much nicer, and the maintenance is virtually non-existent with saltwater pools. Yeah, and well, I'm glad you brought that up, because the radiant pool is constructed of aluminum, all aircraft aluminum, and salt can be corrosive with just the sheet metal or steel pools, and it would void the warranty. But with the radiant pool, you get a 100% lifetime transferable warranty. That's how well they're built, even with salt systems.
Wow, that sounds nice, and I hear how nice it is on your skin and your hair and your clothes and all of that too.
Yeah, and it's not that you don't taste the salt. It's not at all like the ocean.
It's not like the ocean.
Yeah, you have to have really sensitive taste buds to even notice that there's salt in.
Right, right. Now, you guys offer something, and speaking of salt systems, you guys offer something that none of your competitors offer, in that you will offer this type of thing for hot tubs as well.
Yeah.
Want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, yeah. Hot Spring Spas, they're the leader in the industry. They've, #1 selling hot tub in the world. And about 4 or 5 years ago, they came out with what they call ACE saltwater treatment.
Okay.
One of the only systems for hot tubs that has a very sophisticated salt system on it that works great. And again, they always say with the salt system in the hot spring spas, it's pillow to pillow, meaning you can sit in your hot tub at night and you don't feel like you have to take a shower before you go to bed.
Right.
You're all relaxed and warm, and you can go straight to bed because the water clarity is great.
Pillow to pillow.
Pillow to pillow. Pillow to pillow.
I get it now. And those are hot tubs that can be indoor, outdoor?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Very energy efficient outdoors in Wisconsin. In fact, I think 91 or 92% of all the hot tubs we sell are outdoors year round.
Wow.
Is this a busy time of year? Do people start considering it this time of year? Just
You know,
curious.
it does pick up in April and May, but our busiest time of year, believe it or not, is August, September.
Getting ready for winter?
Yeah, the hottest month of the year is when people start thinking, I don't know why, but this is the way it's always been for 30-some years.
That's funny. That's funny. So, in addition to the hot tubs that you have here, you also do endless pools, and some people call these swim spas. So talk to us a little bit about what you can offer and what those can offer for folks who might be interested.
We're supposed to call them aquatic fitness systems.
Aquatic fitness systems, okay, all right.
Yeah, you got rowing devices in them, but yeah,
No
you
kidding.
swim against the current.
I
And
haven't heard that one.
Well, and the endless pool is unique. The way it channels the water, it's not through big jets that you have to induce air.
Okay.
Which is not a good swim, basically, because when you're swimming in a lake or a swimming pool, you're not on air bubbles.
Right.
And the endless
Right.
pool doesn't create air bubbles. It's a very, we'll get a picture of it. You'll see it later.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Maybe a demonstration. You want to do a demonstration for us?
You know, next month.
I'll jump in with my suit. So I also want to make sure that we talk about the True Blue Promise. Now, what is this?
So the True Blue Promise is our manufacturer of the chemicals that we have is BioGuard, and they are really putting their mouth where their money is. And we are guaranteeing with the water care treatment that we provide, you're going to have clean, clear water all season. If you don't, we're going to give you that product to make up for that, because we are promising. We do have our spring sale coming up that starts the last week of April through the month of May. So it's a good opportunity to not only get discounts on the products you need, but you're also going to get a guarantee and a promise.
Kaya, can you stock up on that stuff, or does
Absolutely.
it expire? So-
No, as long as you keep it in a dry, cooled place. You don't want to keep any products out in the sunlight, but most people keep them in their garage, or they have a nice little spot to put them.
That's a good question. And that's so, I think that's a worry for a lot of people who have, pools and hot tubs and so forth. I know we had a cheap above ground pool when I was a kid, and occasionally it happened a couple of years where we'd pull the cover off and the water would be green.
Sure.
And that's something we want to try to avoid, obviously. And
Absolutely.
the True Blue Promise is sort of a guarantee that won't happen,
Absolutely.
or will help make it.
We
so
don't
that it
want
doesn't
you to
happen.
miss a moment in your swimming pool.
The trick is you just got to use it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And take advantage of our staff. Our guys know everything there is to know about water care. We have a water lab that we can test your water. It goes through our computer. It tells us exactly parts per million what's in your water. It's not just a trap shoot game. So.
Is there a charge for that?
Absolutely not. It's free to our customers. You bet.
So people can actually bring in a sample of water from their pool, and then you'll test that out.
Absolutely.
How long does that take?
5 minutes.
Really?
Usually longer because we chat and we talk about stuff. The test itself is about 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. Well, that's very cool. So what's the best way for people to get in touch with you if they want to either find out more about the True Blue Promise, about salt systems or whatever? What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Sure, they can definitely email us at relax@bachmanns.com.
Relax.
That's BACHMANNS.com.
Yes, okay.
They can certainly call us at 222 Pools, 222 Spas, or they can come and visit us in the showroom on Stoughton Road.
Or service at Bachmanns.com.
Service at Bachmanns.com. Well, we learned so much here, and we look forward to a long season with you guys and learning about all the things that you have to offer. So thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Fred and Kaya Bachmann from Bachmanns Pools, Spas, and Saunas over on Stoughton Road. And we're out of time for Wisconsin Family. I can't believe it.
Another fun episode.
Another fun episode. Join us again for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.